Hello, no one. I thought if I surprise you with a live stream at this time of the night, which is 10:40 West West Coast time, probably in India it's about 11:40 or 11:15 in the morning, and in Australia would be probably 5 o'clock in the afternoon, around that time, and Europe would be probably 6 o'clock in the morning. We would be sleeping. But then I would hit lots of places where normally they wouldn't get the chance to join us. However, it looks like that everybody's sleeping no matter where you are. Huh, I see two people showed up. I wonder where they're located. Don't be shy. Come on in and let me know. Let me know where you are tuning in from and the rest of it. So I'll drink my tea until you guys gather up, and the ones who have questions can pose the question. All right. There we are. We have one brave person, Jeremy Bailey. It's 6:40 in UK. What are you doing up so late? It's Saturday morning, unless you're going to church for early mass. Otherwise, why the hell aren't you sleeping? Says Jeremy says 6:40 here in UK, Mehran. Yes, you did. Actually, my name is right underneath on the left corner, left lower corner of the screen. And the site address is also there for the ones who want to have a chat with me privately, one on one on Skype, and explore and discuss the issues that they may have, whether it's regarding to the inner movement of the psyche in regards to thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, and so on, or it's about their breakups and relationship, or it's about OCD or subsets of OCD, including HOCD and whatnot. You can reach me at mind@sixtruth.com, make an appointment for Skype consultation, and we'll discuss what's concerning you one on one on Skype. And Jeremy says, I hope I spelled your name right. Yes, of course you did. You are the first and the most alert and early riser in this group tonight, and bravest, because we have 5 people watching. None of them are brave enough to come in and say hello other than you. So come on in. I won't bite, as Austin Powers says. So feel free. It's your home. Come on in. And Jeremy says, this is a lie in for me. Lie in? It's my day off. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. And my day off today. I'm normally at work by now. Oh, I see. What the hell do you do? Um, 6 o'clock in the morning. What do you do that you have to be at work this early? And Doreen says, hello from Florida. Oh my goodness, a little closer home. Florida, the land of free. The only province, I mean, not province, state, sorry, the Canadians still have a way to go. The only state, well, beside Texas, is the only state that is relatively free. And I think you have DeSantis, I believe, as your governor. God bless him. He has done justice to all these bullshit. And David Hart is here. Hello, David, old friend. Says, well, gosh, darn, darn it, darn it. Hello, David. How have you been? How are your family? How is your family? Your daughter? Everybody's good? I hope they are. Jeremy says, postman with Royal Mail. Oh, postman. That's right. Wow. It's a healthy life. You get up early, walk a lot, I guess, or you probably have a vehicle, but still, it's a job that you get lots of exercise too, I believe, and that's pretty good. And we have Kriti Shukla says, "Hi, hope you're all well. Nice cup, Maran. Oh, thank you. Yes, this is one of my favorite cups. My son bought it for me, I think, a couple of years ago, and it's a Yeti cup. Keeps your tea or coffee warm, even if you leave it, go to the gym, and come back. 2 hours, still hot. That's why you got to be careful because it could burn you out if you're not careful. However, it's also because I have the background is some kind of it's a scenery in Hawaii, and this is green, so it acts as a green background. And when I lift it up, I can see most favorite place in the world that I wish to be, island of Maui. Oh my God! And where's my boat? There it is. There's my boat. I loaned it to a friend. Just kidding. And the Kuro says, Mayran, good to see you. Male 26, California. Oh, good to see you too, Kuro. Thank you for that. Jeremy says, great job in the summer. Yeah, all that fresh air and exercise is best antidepressant. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Exercise usually is very good for many reasons. Keep you in shape, lose extra weight, keep the circulation going, and also the adrenaline, the dopamine, all of that. And you see some friends, oxytocin in the club, and so on. So it is very beneficial to have a kind of a workout day, whether it's through your job or purpose. And Jeremy says hard work in the winter. So yeah, it's hard work, but somebody has to do it, right? Isn't that the motto? All right. Okay, now we had a chit chat. How about you guys? What have you been going through? Is everything okay? It's not in the usual schedule for live stream, but I thought, why not? I was just going to watch some, I was either going to do some TikTok political clips. I don't know if you guys know my TikTok. You can check it out. It's called Mind That Seeks Truth. The first channel was Mind Seeks, which was pretty much keep giving warning because if you talk about truth and democracy these days, they shut you down. We're all in a communist country. And today, Bill C-11 in Canada is passed in the Senate, and it has to go back to Parliament. Hopefully, it will not pass. But that is how our Prime Minister is chopping down our freedom of speech and freedom of what we can watch on internet and all these other expressions that is part of our freedom and charter right. And this Prime Minister is constantly and systematically is trying to take them away, including take away law-abiding, registered, lawful gun owners, all the guns, So obviously, it looks like that we are going to be receiving lots of hardship from this government, a dictatorial government, and every dictatorial government, like any other around the world in history, the first thing they do when they want to harm their people, they take their guns away. So they'll be at most vulnerable state, and they can't resist in any way, shape, or form. But Canadians are not violent people. They don't need guns. They are the boss of this country, and they can simply stop working, and the country will end up having lack of financing, and the government legally will be forced to resign. Then we are mighty people, and all it takes is a million of us coming to the street and not go to work. Continue that for a few weeks, the government gets a message to mind this manner, and we will show who the boss is in this country. But it's all through peaceful means. But the governments who want to be tyrannic, they're thinking ahead, and they want to disarm people because they want to be violent. They think the people, maybe, which is not true. Canadian wanted to be violent, they would be when the police came out with the order of the minister, and their horses came out and stomped on people, and they beat people. But nobody did anything because we are simply in the right, and we are on the side of the Constitution and the Charter of Rights, and that's basically the goal, to win our rights back. What is in our Constitution? What is in our Charter? Nothing more. But we have some sinister government, and peaceful means and peaceful resistance must continue until we defend our Constitution and the way of life in Canada as it was 30 years ago back. So here's my TikTok channel, Mind That Seeks Truth, and you can check out the stuff that I say there. So we have whopping 6 people here, which is quite encouraging, for the lack of a better word, and I appreciate it. I wonder, with the quality that we have proven we have, which is second to none, in these live streams and the videos that we have, why is it that people don't simply come by the bunch and we end up should have 2, 3 thousand in our live stream? Why? But why? And we have Morgan Johnston here. Morgan says the fight for our minds now and in the future about tech concern. Hi. Hello, Morgan. Let us know your age, gender, and where you're tuning in from, if you will. This is the protocol that we have here, so we get a little closer to people, knowing what their gender is, so we could address them properly, and to know how old they are, so again, we know if they're old enough to be here, and at the same time, where they're tuning in from, so it'll tell us a little bit about your cultural background, so we can connect a little bit closer. And Doreen says 6 quality people. No hate. We don't get haters here. We did sometimes some trolls and things a long time ago, but obviously we don't. And perhaps because we only have 6 people here. If we had thousands, maybe we would have. Doreen, thank you very much. Male 28, and that's UK, is it? Have I forgot? I think it's UK, is it? Let's see. Florida, Florida. Okay, all right. See, so every every question would be great if you have the 3 little codes: M for male, F for female, 28 second is the number, the age, and then Florida. 3 little codes and words, alphabets, numbers, and words. So that'll tell me a lot about you guys, as much as we could have. And Morgan is 39, male, tuning in from Australia. Ah, Austria, Austria. Oh, Austria. What are you doing so up so early? Like just like who? Let's see. Just like Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy is up. It's about 6:30 or so, right? And in Austria must be around the same time, isn't it? What time is it in Austria? Morgan. We have D. Fernando. Says, don't get a lot of time to catch your live, but wanted to say we are very lucky to have your wisdom on so many topics. Thank you, Mira. I love you too. Fernando, thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing with us. And I'm delighted that you find the channel helpful. And thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Kriti Shukla says, female, 27. Doctor, is that a place or is it is it your new achievement that you were working on, or are you calling me a doctor? I'm not a doctor. Just remember that. I'm not a doctor. If that is for me, this have no misunderstanding. But if you are, congratulations. I don't know what you were studying, and it says in a relationship with someone who is not what, but the bond is good and it's best one I've had with ups and downs. Family isn't comfortable with my partner because of his work and family. Ah, the caste business, yeah? Caste story. And Morgan says it's 7:55 in Austria. Mhm, Austria. One place that I think I visited when I was a child, when I was a kid, because we used to travel to Europe almost every summer. At the time, my father was the legal advisor for KLM airline and their office in Tehran. So every summer, my mom and my brother they would take off to Europe, different countries. And if my father could get a time, he would join us for a short time. It was a wonderful time. Reminds me of when I was a little kid. So many ice creams we forced my mom to buy for us when we were in Bournemouth, in England, by the sea, and it was beautiful. And then Holland, Austria. Well, I remember we must have been there because I remember the Austrian leather. Was it Lederhosen? Is that what it was? I remember I have pictures of that when I was a little like that, 5 years old, 6 years. So I must have been there, but I don't remember much about it. And Italy, Germany, all these places. Wow, time has passed so quickly. I remember when I was 5 year old, we were in with mom and dad and my brother. We were in Germany, some restaurant that was outside in a garden, so to speak. It was outside in the open space, and it was beautiful. Everybody at different tables were having their dinners with their families. And I was like 5 years old, and I was interested in a little girl at the other table sitting with her mom and dad. So I politely, apparently, I remember, I politely went to their table and very politely asked, introduced myself somehow, and asked her to come with me to another table, the two of us, to have ice cream. I wonder where did I get that move, but just got her hand. I think we just two of us went to different table. I think I don't know ordered ice cream or somebody ordered for us somehow. So I have good memories from all our travels in Europe, and I got lost in a big park in Netherlands, and they closed all the park's doors. So I was trying to get out, I guess, and one of the guards stopped me and delivered me back to my mom. It was a beautiful childhood. So let's go back. And so Kriti says, I am not sure how to navigate through this situation because I cannot go against my family wishes and hurt them. Also, by staying with him in this conflict, it keeps in a bad place to, too, mentally. Hmm. How long have you been together, Pretty? And why is it that you didn't consider what you would end up having to consider at the end, at the beginning? Because the longer you stay with someone, the, possibly more stronger bond will take place, and it will be more difficult to sever it. And I know traditionally in India, is that where you come from? I think you did say that. Did you know? You see, you didn't tell me. Is it India that you come from? Pretty? Where are you? UK or India? Um, if you are in India, I understand the culture is pretty strict in that sense. The casting business and all that makes it difficult for people who love each other to stay together. At the last moment, either the boy's parents or the girl's parents decide that it's not a good match and they choose somebody else and force the girl or the guy to marry that one. And suddenly, everything is gone to hell. I don't find it fair, but there is also a wisdom in that. I have to admit. Then again, the good points about not interfering also do interfere. Parents usually see things from outside, not involved in the emotional part of it, so they can objectively see what is really going to be more compatible for their daughter or their son. While the daughter or son, they cannot really necessarily see it from the outside because they're two people. They are conflicted, or rather, they are influenced by the love of the emotion. Cannot make such decisions at that time. It says, Kriti says, I had suggested that the two of us separately till our careers are established and then approach our families again, hoping for a better outcome, acceptance. What do you think? Well, that is a good plan on paper, but you are not in control of who you're going to meet while you're waiting to finish or get your careers and everything like that. And he is not in control of falling in love with another woman while he's waiting to get his career in life. So that part you have no control on. You have a control on the plan, but emotionally you could be meeting somebody now and then just as a friend, and you don't notice it before you know it. You could be intimately in love with the person, and he could be intimately in love with another woman. What are you going to do then? I guess it would be easy choice for you, but both of you or one of you could be hurt. So why can't you guys go and talk to the parents now? Is it the caste problem? Is that what it is? 2 years, for 2 years, 2 years is a long time. Things switch over within a month, sometimes, depending on who you meet, what circumstances, who he would meet, what circumstances. You can't control that. Pretty says India didn't consider the end because we met as friends and none of us figured out bond will be strong and this this holds it. Yeah, I see. Well, the same thing could happen while you're waiting to make things happen. You may be strict and stick it out, but suddenly he may fall in love with some other woman. Men are a little bit hastier than women because they've got running on testosterone, and they may think they're in love, but they could be in lust. And if they're not getting enough, they may actually feel that they are in love, while it just would be lust. And yet, that would be motivation enough for them to move away from the one they promised and move towards the one that is available. And it's got no fuss from her family or whatnot, and ready to, meet and match and plan. Same thing for you. You could meet someone that you would find it very personable for you to you and very a good selection, qualified for what you're looking for, and before you know it, you fall in love because you find it to be most qualified at the time. And you're not in contact with your ex, so to speak, or the ones that you promised to, and you would be in contact with the new one. And sure enough, and soon enough, you will be involved emotionally with that new guy. And there will be no way back because it's a new thing and everything looks all right as far as your parents are concerned and you're okay with it. So somebody's going to get hurt. So we got to figure all that between the two of you before you guys set out and sail out that journey. Okay. You know, we have solid six people. It doesn't go higher, it doesn't go lower. So I wonder, something we're doing right wrong here. That means, I don't know, maybe I should, instead of giving solutions and suggestions and consultation, I should just give you guys a just wet your whistles and not give any until you guys go and make an appointment and we'll have a one-on-one on Skype. But that hasn't been my style, has it? But I hope that we will be able to, attract more. Out of 26,000 subscribers that we have, why is it that we are only 60? Or why is it that other people on YouTube don't see the live to join? There is something fishy that I haven't been able to figure it out. If anyone has a suggestion about it, let me know because it doesn't make sense. I know the people who go on live and they're really not, uh, equal to our quality in this line of discussions. Yet I see they are far more populated in the live stream than we are. Doreen says, get on TikTok live. I have a channel on TikTok which is all political. And sure enough, when I put some clips on, like I put a clip on to earlier today, was it? Right now it's 30,000, over 30,000 or 46,000 views. And some of my clips are like over 100,000. And it's quite, but it's political stuff. I wonder, maybe I should start a TikTok on what we talk about and maybe short videos I just uploaded here and see what happens. Or maybe just have a live and call it the same thing. Perhaps I should do that. Should be lazy and do that. Right? Till you guys find out your questions. All right. Do we have more questions? No? Are we done? Should I say good night? We are almost 30 minutes in. Maybe that's the capacity for tonight. Yeah. If you guys don't have any other question, I can get back to my very important meeting, which is watching Voyager, Star Trek, or at least I can do some pictures. But desperately wanted to. Yeah, one uploaded just about 1 hour ago. It's 737. 58,000 did one yesterday. 20,000. 24,000. These are all within a day or two, a couple of days. And it's 100,000 and 500. Somehow TikTok is maybe that's the way to go, just to boost the channel there. So it looks like we have whopping 7 people here, but our questions have dried up. We don't have much more questions here, which means it could be time for me to mosey on out and leave you guys alone, and then we'll have our regular live stream tomorrow about 1 o'clock Vancouver time. We try to make it earlier. Morgan Johnson says you'd be supporting CCP. What is CCP? Canadian Conservative Party? Is that what you're referring to? Why would that mean if I go on? Oh, it's a question. Oh, is it a question? You'd be supporting CCP? Oh, is that what? Is that standing for conservatives? Pierre Polyev? But Morgan, where are you from? Let me. That's why you're Austrian. You're Austrian, right? From Austria. Yeah. So how do you know about? Oh, Chinese Community Party? No, hell no. What makes you think that? What the hell is wrong with you? I just gave you a sermon about how bad things are. It's pretty communist already here. With all these preposterous, illegal moves of this unwise prime minister. Oh, because of TikTok. Oh, I see. That's not supporting them. The hell with them, son of a bitches. I'm actually using that platform in order to get our message because that's the only platform that we have been, you know, acquainted with to get all these patriotic messages across. All of us, patriotic Canadian TikTokers. That's the only way we've been able to pass along messages. But no, by no means we want to support those son of a bitches that they have now have police stations in our country, and this idiot has allowed them to be here. I don't know what's going on. So they have to be all legally dealt with. Jeremy Bailey says, I know your chats are open to all questions, so it's difficult to put a particular subject title. That's why I changed the title, Jeremy, and it now says live chat. And then in description, I've described that we talk about relationships, you, your relationships, psyche, thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, OCD, HOCD, intrusive thoughts, stuff like that. So the title is no longer limited to breakups, uh, intrusive thoughts, OCD, and OCD substance. I just made it general so that would perhaps appeal to more people, but I don't know, maybe not. The last time that I took a little poll, everybody, majority seemed to like the new name, live chat. So I left that. But look, the result is like 4 people. So I think the problem is somewhere else that I haven't been able to figure it out. Because how could just only 4 people be here when it's a topic that they all know the channel? It's about real life challenges. You know, it's about relationships. It's about breakups. It's about the inner movement of the psyche. It's about how we feel after a breakup. It's about OCD. Where does it come from? It's about different subsets of OCD. So these are really important topics that people have been very interested to know about. That's why my channel, with 3,000 videos that he has, over maybe 600 of it is about OCD and HOCD and whatnot, and 2,500 of it, at least 2,000 of it, is about breakups and so on, and 500 of it or so is about the understanding of what is thoughts, where does it come from, consciousness, what is that, how that is put together, relationship with thoughts and consciousness, what is fear? What is ego? What is desire? What is mechanical process? Order, material plus all these things we discussed. So we have pretty good content, but three people. Don't you think it's peculiar? Long as I wish you well with getting more views, etc. Yeah, thank you very much, Morgan. I appreciate that. So I guess it's time for me to end the chat, and we'll hopefully have a regular one tomorrow at between 12 and 1 p.m. and then we'll go from there for a couple of hours. Usually we go for a couple of hours on Saturday at 1 p.m. Vancouver time. Maybe I can start it early tomorrow. I don't know. Depends on when I wake up. So I think it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to our next conversation and live chat, which will be tomorrow, Saturday at 1 p.m. Vancouver time. In the meantime, we have one question. It says, I was once in a relationship and your videos helped me from suicide. Oh, Doreen, you think of that again? I'll kill you myself. Doreen says your content is priceless. Thank you, my friend. I'm delighted that it's been helpful to you, and I love you too. You are one of the key ingredients of this world, like everybody else's. We all need each other. So none of us should ever allow any kind of a thought to come to become an actuality in regards to our health, harming ourselves in any way, shape, or form. Again, I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, and I look forward to our next live stream, which is tomorrow, Saturday, 1 o'clock Vancouver time. Until then, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.